celebrate with dancing dinosaurs. Oh my gosh. Isaac, I can only imagine what a legendary hot sauce would taste like. I think it would be too hot. Alrighty. And there we go. A brand new set of horns right there. New pattern I have not shown off yet or made anything with yet, so there we go. Um, one second, 1 second. Alrighty, I am back. Hello, hello. I've been notified that my internet has been in and out, so apparently my stream starts and stops constantly. I am so sorry about that. I guess I'm having some technical difficulties that I wasn't even aware of. My computer didn't even let me know that my internet went out and was like, "Hey, you're no longer live." It didn't even it actually doesn't even look any different here. My timer's still on, like as if nothing happened. So I'm so sorry, guys. I have no idea. That's so weird. Yeah, I've been having internet problems as of last night all the way until this morning. So after this stream, hopefully my stream doesn't cancel again. Or cancel out. I'm gonna look into what the heck is going on with my internet. But it seems to be working good now. Can everyone hear me okay? Do I look okay? I don't look grainy or fuzzy. Am I alright? Alright. I am super sorry. Ah, I hate technical difficulties. I do. I I struggle with them. I struggle to know how to fix things. Yeah, and apparently like I'm not even like receipt like my internet's just I could go on and on, like my phone's not even working properly. So, uh yeah. Sucky. All right. Okay, I'm fine now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we're all good now. Alrighty, good. As long as everyone can hear me fine, then that's good. Ah. Like, I just want to have a calm day. Making some cosplays. And hanging out with everyone. And not having to worry about internet problems. Yeah, it's so weird because even on my timer up here, it looks like nothing ever stopped. So I don't know if it was like a 1 second hiccup that even, I don't know. It's so weird. Yeah. because like in times past when that like happens, it'll like my little like timer up here will like it'll skip a beat, you know? It'll like stop and then restart, and it doesn't even look like that. So I don't know what's going on through my end. As long as all of you can see me and hear me just fine, then that's all that really matters. You know, that's just what matters. Alrighty. Alright, now I'm gonna go in with let's get more comfortable. Not comfortable. There we go. Now working on some bigger horns. Yeah, I have no I only have one extra large horns left. Those like big ram-like horns. Yeah, here we go. And it seems like if I glue a couple of these edges and then go along kind of more like assembly line, seems to go a lot better. Alrighty. And then where is, I'm gonna just put this aside and this aside. And just along here. Along here. Oh, am I getting off? No, I'm not getting off. Oh, that would be cool. That would be very cool, Isaac. I think that would be a fun, like, kind of experience or expo. Thank you, Win. Thank you. Alright, I'm gonna put these horns aside. These ones too. Gonna have a whole bunch. I don't really have a goal in mind of like really how many to make today. Just as many as possible in the 2 hours that I have. That's my goal. Making as many as possible. There we go. Just going along the edges. I know it's kind of like when going back and forth, it's just it's kind of the same and along all the edges. All right. Let's do. Is there one missing? Oh, maybe I haven't fully cut it out this one yet. That's okay. I was cutting out more of these last night. Kind of just working on stuff. That's why one was missing. It's like, what happened? And I have so many more like you know, like easy cosplay ideas that I want to complete along with the horns and the ears. So my goal is to get those all done in time for my next big show, which is Phoenix Fan Fusion. I'm very excited for Fan Fusion. Thank you, Win. Thank you. I appreciate you, Win. Yeah, I'm just going along all the edges and everything. All right. And um, there we are. Yeah, it'll be good. Now that I have those, oh, nope, I gotta, running out of space on my board. You know what, I'm actually getting annoyed. Not, I wish there was free airflow in here, but I'm starting to get annoyed by those blowers outside. It's like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, I'm gonna close my window a little bit more. Yeah. It's like, really? They'll, sometimes my neighbors will do gardening work all day. And it's like, it's hot. So, here we go. Just going along the edges. There we go. Almost done. Running out of room on here. I need a bigger piece of cardboard. I need like a secondary mat. I actually do have a secondary mat, and it is still to this day holding all of the patterning pieces for Karma's shoes. And I don't feel like I can take it away because otherwise what else is going to hold the pieces and patterns to her shoes? I don't have anything. It's all like laid out a certain way. Or it's more like it's piled up and sandwiched a certain way. So I'm like, I think I just need to get another piece of cardboard. All right. Let's see if these tacky enough. Yes, they are. All right. Is this a good spot? Yeah, that's a good spot. They are tacky enough. There we go. There we go. All right, now I'm going to take one of the backings. These ones here, I think I call them Dragon Queen. They're also kind of loosely inspired by Maleficent. There we go. Yay! All right. One of the large horns done. Just on one side. Yep. So it's it was Ear Factory and now it's become Horn Factory. It's funny how things come and evolve and change over time. These ones too are horns that are not, the pattern isn't on my Etsy, but I should change that and I should add them to my Etsy. Because I think these horns are really cute. They make for good Maleficent horns. Or like Fairy Queen horns. I know I call them Dragon Queen, but I actually call them the Fairy Queen, honestly. Yeah. There we go. So just lining up the edges. I think the best thing for these things is when it comes to making them is making sure all the edges line up. On my patterns, I do have little like tick marks. But I don't draw on all my tick marks because I know exactly how they're supposed to line up. and what it's supposed to look like and all that. So, 'cause I mean, they're my designs. So why go and waste my time with all the tick marks? But I recommend if you're making it yourself, follow the tick marks. Follow those guidelines. Definitely make sure everything lines up, otherwise it's maybe not going to turn out right. I mean, when I first made these horns, I did have like a bunch of guidelines and I did follow them and everything. I'm so used to it now that I'm like, it's okay. I know what I'm doing, especially when I'm like assembly lining stuff. Not exactly super tacky on this side. I wonder if the glue wasn't as dry, or if I put it on thicker. This is also a new style of horn, so I'm also very excited. They're basically like a bigger rendition of the other ones that I just did. These ones. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. 2 new horns. Yay! And now I just need the bottoms of those. Yep, dancing dinosaurs, exactly, Lynn. Yeah, this glue is very thick at the bottom of the bottom of the barrel. Which does mean that it dries faster, so that's good. But it also means that it goes on a lot thicker. Things to do today. Refill glue bottles. Glue in the bottom. So, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a process to make all these horns. No, it's not like stupid challenging or something like that, or it's like, oh my god, this is so hard. It's just a process. There we are. Yeah, I'm just going along the edges, making sure I have good coverage. Making sure it just is as is. Yeah, that's also a good thing to keep in mind when gluing is making sure that you glue the surfaces fully. I think why sometimes foam pieces, like why people have a hard time with it being durable or actually staying together, is because they don't glue down all their edges or all the surface. They think like a single dab of glue will be good enough and everything will be peachy. You know, you want to make sure you haven't, but you also don't want too much glue either. And then I just think takes like a learning curve. I mean, it took a lot of learning on my end to learn what is too much glue and what is not enough glue. Actually, a little bit goes a long way, I will say. There we go. So all of those are drying. Yep, exactly. Always like yep. Now I have these ones. Okay. So, I don't have enough either. This one's only this many. So that's not going to work. I need to finish cutting out these two too. See, there's like these size, but this is like one horn right here. I'm missing the other two pieces for that horn. That's okay. It's probably still being traced out. Like I said, I started tracing out a bunch and I didn't get done cutting. So, I have another one of these we could do, but these don't have the triangle pieces, so can't do these yet either. These ones are not being done cut out. Ah, I try my best to stay organized. I swear, I have like a whole bag here full of horns. Let's see, let's see. I see I have some lime green horns here. Let's see if I can, oh, wait. Some lime green horns. Let's see if I can do anything with that. Oh, I can. All right. I think this is the complete set. Yep, that's it. Okay. We're chilling now. We're good. Found another set that is completed. I started tracing out, since I'm doing so many horns and all the pieces could look very similar when they're in their one-dimensional variation. I started using different colored markers for the started using different colored markers. And it actually very much helps keep track of which sets are which and which horns go together. Okay, so for these ones, I want to kind of glue them along a different seam line to make a slightly different shape, but even though it's the same pattern. So there we go. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you think they look good so far. Yeah. I'm excited to make some more. I'm just hoping to get a lot of foam smithing done before it heats up too much. As if right now, though, in the morning time, it's still nice to work outside. So that's a good thing. But once it gets in the middle of the day, it's just that my foam smithing will just be for like a couple of hours and then that's it, you know? So whatever I can do in that little bit of hours is the way to go. All right, so now that those pieces are like drying enough to get tacky, I'm going to pull one of these guys and you know what? No, I'm gonna line it up like this. Wait, is this even? Yeah, this is correct. Line it up like that. There we go. Yeah, I got one set done. Yay. Yeah, people seem to really like the foam horns. The fabric horns, not so much. Not as popular, which that's okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. Whee! There we are. Got another set of horns done. I really like these ones. These ones will be new, so these ones will be like more on the side. I think these look really cool. I think people will like them. All right, now on to these ones here. See, just going along the edges. There we go. There we go. I know all the glue's like sticking to me. Blech. There we go. So yeah, I'm making progress. Making some progress. I didn't really have a goal in mind of how many horns I wanted to make today. I just wanted to make as many as I can. And it's gonna be a little bit until you see me actually paint these. I am warning you. So it does get very hot in the desert. And when it gets too hot, I can no longer work outside at all. Even early mornings, too hot. So what I'm going to do is while I still have a little bit of time where it's nice outside, I'm going to make as many horns as possible. Sand them, prime them, and then stash them away for the summer. So it's exactly the opposite of a squirrel. And stash them away for summer, and then I will paint them. These are not tacky enough. See how they're just like falling apart? Yeah, they're just coming apart. I have to wait a tad longer. Just a tad. Alright, what other horns do I have here? I actually found the backings to these guys here. I have the backings now. So they weren't non-cut. Oh, these guys I can actually just put aside. They're glorious. Glorious horns. So how many did I make so far? I made 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sets so far. That'll be 5 and 6. Doing good. Yeah, no, since I'm gluing here, Clove is, she is not in today's stream, unfortunately. Clove is not my guest star today. It's okay, she's sleeping in the window right now. She's fine. Oh, actually, swap these two. I'm gonna put these here, and this and this. Ah, that's so thick of glue. So thick. Yeah, I could feel it. So, like, at the bottom of these glue bottles is definitely getting stringy. All right, Win. I'll if she's still sleeping by the window at the end of the stream, I'll send you a photo. She'll probably be up though once I end because it'll be lunchtime and she wants food. So she'll probably wake up from her nap and be like, "Oh, that's feed me. I see that you're making yourself food, so I want food." She is a foodie. She loves to eat. So see here, I just use this one foam, this one horn pattern, And I made 2 different kinds of horns out of it. So this pattern and this pattern are the exact same, but they look completely different, just depending on how you glue them. And I like that. I think that that's kind of fun. I think both horn styles are really fun, and I like that I can just have multiple uses for the same pattern. Isn't it funny sometimes how, like, different patterns work? I don't think there's many cosplay things that can work like that, but these horns here do. I know, right? It is kind of interesting how the same pattern can look so different. Yeah, look. These two here are the same as these two here. Alright, so I'll put these two aside. And these are the little bottoms that I will... No, not my stir stick. My paintbrush stick. Yeah, when it gets super thick. So, the one thing about this glue bottle and these sticks is these sticks are barely hanging in there. And they're constantly coming out. Not a big deal when it's not super sticky, but when it's super sticky, sometimes it like actually like glues itself to the bottle. And there we go. Alright. Now I'm gonna let those get tacky over there. And I'm gonna pull these horns forward. I almost wonder what would happen if these edges... I'm experimenting. I don't know if I'll like this, but let's see what happens if I actually do the opposite. It'll end up like this. Do I like that? I don't know if other people would like that. I think I'll just stick to the traditional on this one. Sometimes I get curious and I'm like, what if I experimented? But also too, I have to like see what other people would actually like as well. Yep, it is. It is a very small horn. Tiny horn. Yeah, these small ones actually read really well as clip-on horns. Yeah, they read because they're so well, actually all the horns are really lightweight. That is like one of my favorite reactions is like handing someone like especially the large horns because they expect them to be heavy and all of a sudden feeling how light they are. I don't know. I'm just happy to be working with foam again. I have missed it. I do really like working with foam. And lately I've been so busy with like paintings and all that that I haven't really given time to any foam smithing. So I'm happy to finally give some time to some foam smithing. Hey, good job, Win. Good job for winning the little dragon jump game. Alright, and then I'm gonna work on this one, match up the points. I find that putting on the bottoms, the best way to do it is to match up the points and then do one side and then lay down the other side and go for the bottom. Kind of the best way to do it. Alrighty. Yay, another set of horns done. Oh shoot, I forgot to glue in these sides. Good, I'm glad that you find it relaxing, Win. Good, good. I know when I see like the seams all like match up together, it is so satisfying. Kind of like the ears, it's just like, you know, repetitious. All right. Um, Let's try another big set to do here. I'll put aside this one. And I will reorganize myself. These ones that are trying to get tacky. There we go. Just going along the edges. I realized I'm doing a bunch of small horns here and large horns, but I don't really have any, I don't have any medium horns, so I think I need to definitely sketch some out. I like to have all the sizes available. Oh, also super exciting. Yesterday I ordered more fur colors. Nothing new, just more orange, burnt sienna, and white. Because those are the three most popular colors. A lot of people like the orange for the fox ears, and people have been asking for fox tails. So I'm like, alright, I guess I gotta make those, and I have not even maybe a quarter of a yard left of orange. So not enough for a tail, good enough for a couple of ears. Yeah, there we go. And a lot of people were like the top for color request was like white. So, um, which I only have like so much white fur. Like all my ears basically call for white fur because I use that for the insides. So I've been trying to ration it the best I can. So I haven't been making as many white ears because of that. But I just ordered some more white fur, so I should be able to have enough to make multicolored ears and the white like snow fox ears. Um, I always find it so interesting what people ask for. Isaac, I think a chair made of cheese would be very interesting. Um, I don't know. If it was even if it was safe to sit on, I don't think I would sit on a chair of cheese. I could see that getting very stinky very fast, especially in the summertime. I don't know, Isaac, would you have a chair made of cheese? Hey, Evo Leia. Hi, Evo Leia. How you doing? Oh, I know, yeah. Don't you worry. Anytime I'm using these glues, I always wear a mask. It's just they stink so bad. Yeah, absolutely. Win post-con photos. Feel free to. Hey, that's why that channel is there for anyone who wants to post any con photos. Hey, good job, Win, for winning the no, for winning the game. The little jump to catch the star game. Yeah, so as this is getting thicker, because it's getting to the bottom, which is like older glue, it's so this little wand is not it's not the most secure thing in the world in here. It kind of just sits in there in the cap, and when I pull up on it, it like kind of loosens it and drags it down. So yeah. Nah, that would be funny, Evil, if there was a giant cheese grater to grate the cheese chair. That's funny. Hey, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, Isaac. Yeah, that's true. You could just make some burritos or nachos out of it. Still, though, why is it a cheese chair, though? Okay, this isn't tacky enough. Fitting together. What else? What else? Those two over there waiting for pieces to still be cut out, so I can't move on. Let's look in this bag of goodies. And they're all kind of color coded. So there's a place I can. Oh wait, here we go. Here's a medium horn. I was saying, I'm like, I don't have a whole lot of mediums here. But let's see if I can find its friends. There we go. There's one friend. Oh, and there's another friend. My fingers are covered in glue. Cannot wait to wash my hands. Here's another friend. Oops, lucky. Two more friends. I can't seem to find the bottoms though. There was a bunch of like little triangle pieces. I'm gonna double check and see. I tried my best to stay organized. Trying. Oh, wait. There's a triangle piece. And there's a triangle piece. Alright, so cool. Found another set. Even though I've been using the thin markers on these one, like the fine point markers, I think I like better the thicker markers because I can easily see what color it is coordinated with. Learning lessons with crafting. Well, with all of that, it did take me some time. to look for that set. So let's see where this one is, if I can come back to it. And if it's tacky enough. Looks like it is. Oh, cool. There we go. Think I gotta kind of pushing the seams together, like fit together, glue together. Stay. Stay together. There we go. Got one horn. Got one horn. One more horn. See how this one goes. There we go. All right, and then I'm doing the other side. Just making sure. Definitely the like curve part is a little like tricky, but I got it. I just looked over at the time and I cannot believe how fast 2 hours have flown by. I swear when I'm doing like assembly line stuff like this, it goes by so stinking fast. Really? Huh, that's so weird. Yeah, because remember when my internet went out? But on my end it says almost 2 hours. So I don't know. It's so weird. It's like and also too on my end, it looks like nothing ever happened. It's so weird. I don't understand what's going on with my internet. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's the weird thing is like normally my computer lets me know like heck, something happened. But nope, not today. It was like, nah, everything's normal. The rest of the world, it's not normal. My computer, it's normal. So weird. All right. Yeah, no, I think it glitched on my end when I don't think it's your end. I think it's me. I'm gonna check out what the heckaroni is going on with my internet after this stream. Probably not smart. Probably I should have checked that before. But I mean it's working. You all can see me. You all can hear me. So I'm like, I'll just deal with it later. There we go. So doing that. So I probably have enough time to assemble one more horn, which is the one that's right here next to me, and finish up the ones in front of me. You like that one? One large pizza with pepperoni? Could you imagine if that was the name of a pizza place? Pepperoni? With over-the-top pizzas? Alrighty, so these little bottoms here are going to dry enough to get tacky. And then I have these ones here. These patterns here are available on my Etsy, and they are, I call them my evergreen horns. And also too, with these horns here, I have an idea of adding fur to the bottoms of them, other than flowers, like kind of using up some of my fur scraps. So we'll see how people like those better. I'm excited. I'm excited to find a purpose for all the fur scraps because I'm packing it away like a little pack rat. Because I don't know, it's good fur still, even though they're little strips, even though, yeah, you could be like, I'm like, oh gosh, it's so much waste. And also the fur's kind of expensive. So, and also too, another really popular request was calico cats. Everyone is really wanting calico cat ears. And I have an idea of how to make it, but at the same time, it's gonna be a lot of work. Because I would have to cut out the patch of each color and make sure that the patches like line up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, oof, that's feels like a lot of work. Um, I don't know. I might make a couple and charge a little extra because that's gonna take extra time and maybe someone will like it and won't mind the different price. I mean, it would be a good way to get rid of first scraps. Um, also, too, each ear could be completely unique. I might try. Maybe make like something like 2 ears and see how it goes. But yeah, a lot of people are like, do you have calico cat ears? Yeah, like clove ears. Like a lot of people were seeing my they saw my clove sticker and they're like, "Oh my gosh, wait, did you make calico cat ears then too?" And I'm like, "No, I just painted her." There we go. Another set of horns done. these ones I think will be the last set for today. And they are not tacking up at all. They gotta, oh my gosh. We'll just go with it. I'll just press and hold them. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, it's not tacky at all, so it's like the seams are looking super messy on this. That's okay. There's nothing that plumbing putty can't fix. And sanding. I'm just gonna have to... These ones are gonna need a lot of work. Oh well. But I gotta get this done. Yeah, it's not even like, it's just slipping. It's, this is why I like to wait until it gets super tacky. Otherwise it just kind of, there we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are... And it's worse because, like, it's just... I feel like it's worse sticking to my fingers than sticking to the, actual sides. Ah, I should have waited. I should have waited. Oh no. I see, this is why you don't rush, foam. See what happened? I just tried to rush it. I'm like, ah, it's coming to the end. I'm gonna finish strong. I'm gonna finish my last set of horns and end the stream here. And it's just turning into an absolute mess. So, learning lesson for everyone. Do not rush foam. Now you see kind of like what happens when you do decide to rush it. That's it. I mean, what happens when you rush it, when you cut corners. Oh my god. Yeah, see, it's like, it's more wanting to stick to my fingers than stick to itself. And what's happening here is basically my fingers are tacky, and the glue likes to stick to itself when it's tacky. And it is wanting to stick to my fingers rather than itself. So it's pulling apart when I let go. I should have waited. I regret not waiting. Oh no! I wanted to finish so strong. Okay. You know what might happen to these horns? I might like embellish the heck out of them to hide these very, very ugly seams. Or they might just become fuzzy, uh, furry horns or something like that. They might be covered completely in fur and then I cut them and then they become fuzzy so you don't see the ugly edges. No. Yep. That's what happens when you rush. So this is what it looks like when you take your time and you don't cut corners, and this is what it looks like when you cut corners. Yeah, these horns are not having it. I might just embellish the heck out of them. That's just how they might end up. Also, too, this glue is at the bottom of the barrel. So this glue it's very sticky and very thick, and it's harder to work with. That was my fault. I should have prepared better for today's stream. Yeah, when it's like the glue is super thick and old, it's actually harder to work with. So I need to refill these bottles with fresh new glue, and this won't happen. So, little learning lesson for everyone. Don't cut corners when it comes to foam smithing. That's what I say. Always be patient. Otherwise, I just had an example of me rushing. That's okay. These horns won't go to waste. I won't trash them. I'm just gonna... They will be pretty in the end, but they won't look like my others. I'll figure out what to do with them. I don't know. That actually might be cool. Some, like, ones that are completely covered in fur. And, I cut it really short so that they're, like, fuzzy. Kind of like, you know, deer antlers. Did you know most deer antlers or elk antlers are, like, they're fuzzy? Nah, no, it's all good, Evolea. I didn't accidentally glue the horns together. Just I wanted to get these done for today's stream. And it looks like, yeah, I'll figure something out. That, or I might texture the heck out of these. Are you serious? Yep, I tried to rush. I knew I should have stopped with the big ones. I knew I was at a good stopping point and everything. Oh well. Oh well. Or I might like cover these in foam clay. That might be cool. It'll take a long time. But there's like a technique to use to make it look like bumpy scales, like, or like, you know, the texture of ram horns. And you can do that with horns and with foam clay. I might do that with these too. That might actually be cool. And it'll hide all these, because really they're structurally sound. They're good with their structure. Where they don't look the greatest is the seams. And to fix all that with sanding and plumbing putty is going to be kind of iffy. It's not the cleanest job. It's not my quality that I like to have. But if I can cover it up, maybe with some foam clay, that might actually be really, really cool. I'd have to charge extra for them, but oh well. At least they'll look pretty. Yeah. You're right, Blood. Old TVs are kind of fuzzy. The quality just quite wasn't as crisp as nowadays. All right. Well, and I can't wait to wash my hands. I am covered in glue. Come on, glue. Get away from me. Okay. Alrighty. Well, that is it for today. I'm gonna put away these ugly horns. There might not be structure. These might go in the garbage. I might just toss these. Uh, I'm gonna play with them off stream. Um, make sure that they're structurally sound. I have higher quality, like, expectations than what I just created right here. At least it's just one out of the many that I have created today. But hey, I just showed what it looks like when you try to rush EVA foam. So don't rush EVA foam. Don't do what I just did. That is a good example. Don't cut corners. I try to cut corners too. No. Here's my pretty ones. I will show you the pretty ones that are made here today. So how many did I make? I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9 if you want to include those. The weird pair. The outcasted pair. Oh gosh. So alright. You know what? I'm not counting the 9th one because I don't know how that one's gonna even end up or what's gonna happen with that 9th pair. But I have a solid 8. So I was able to create, even with all the weird technical difficulties, 8 pairs of horns. Yay! I'm gonna let the glue set for a couple of hours overnight, and then tomorrow I don't know if I'll have time tomorrow, but the next step is basically sanding. As for tomorrow's stream, what I'll continue working on, probably horns. That will probably be what I continue to work on because I have big goals to meet with these sets. If I get kind of tired of foam smithing, I'm probably going to go back to painting. Maybe my little chibis that I was working on before. Because I kind of miss some painting. It's been like 3 weeks since I've really painted anything. So, because I've been working so hard and doing shows and all of that. So I might go back to some painting. I've been kind of itching. We'll see. We'll see though. Evo Leia, I've never heard that before, but I love that saying. If you cut enough corners, you might end up with circles. I like that. That's funny. Well, thank you everyone for joining. It was actually a fun stream. It was a good stream. Got to make 8 pairs of new horns, which is awesome. They'll be available at my next show. And if you want to continue seeing the process of me making them, definitely stick around. I will be here same time tomorrow. Probably working on horns, but we'll see. I'll leave it as a surprise of what I end up deciding to work on. But anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye. Aw, thank you, Win, and goodbye. And see you all next time.